Welcome everyone to the Coptic Center. For the new people, welcome. And yeah, here's a seat over here.
It's a heart-shaped circle.
No,
Oh, that's right.
Sort of a heart shape.
So welcome. We have a sign-in sheet, so if you haven't signed in, please sign in afterwards, and we'll have some finger foods and fellowship afterwards. And so, without further ado, allow me to introduce Tony Burroughs. Tony's come all the way from Colorado here to be with us this weekend, and so.
Kat, can you scoot forward a little bit?
Sure.
I cannot see you at all, and I like to connect with everyone. Okay, well, how many of you have seen me talk or been in one of these circles before? Okay, so about half or so. Well, the ones who have seen me before know that I start with a prayer for an intention, and I'm going to do that right now if you will bear with me. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. If you can't, we can move things around. So I ask that for each and every one of us here, that we are all held in the highest light imaginable. That everything needing to be known is known here this day. That all of my words and all of our words are clear, precise, uplifting, helpful, and fun. That we are all guided, guarded, protected, and connected throughout this entire experience, and that everything we say and do serves the highest and best good of the universe, ourselves, and everyone everywhere. And so be it. So it is.
So it is.
Okay. So, for those of you who haven't been in one of these kind of events before, we start out just talking about how to get proficient at manifesting. Proficient, getting good at getting that which you desire to come to you as easily and effortlessly as possible. And as we were telling the group yesterday, you can just as easily put those words at the end of an intention as leave them off. I intend that I am the owner of a new Kia, and it comes to me freely, easily, and effortlessly. Or whatever it is you want. Since there's no rules on what we can think, there's no rules on what we can intend. And so this whole system is we call it the intention process, but basically it's the law of attraction put to use with a community, in a community setting. And you can do it individually, and you can do it in groups. And so, before we're done tonight, and I won't talk too long here, tell you a couple of stories and so forth, and then we'll be putting intentions and gratitudes in the circle ourselves. And one thing we will tell you is to be open to receive after this is all over, because the hand of God can just come out of the sky and bring you what it is you want, even though you thought maybe you couldn't have it. So, and I must tell you that we've had guidance since we started in the intenders, and our guidance, I was talking in a group about that yesterday, and our guidance told us that there's a beginner's luck factor. That there are angels and invisibles and helpers and masters and mentors who follow these circles around. They follow the groups around who say that they stand for the highest good. And that they see to it that your first few intentions are manifested, so you unmistakably, you can't miss it. That's part of the trick, is to oftentimes we've manifested our intentions and didn't quite realize it happened. It came in a little different package, doesn't look quite the same, a little different timing. So we'll ask you to just don't hold back tonight, because the beginner's luck factor is in play. Another thing our guidance told us is that anytime a group of people comes together under the umbrella of the highest good, or God, or Source, or whatever you'd like to call, that it calls forth the soul group, those of us who've made agreements and arrangements long ago, before we came into these bodies, to come together to do something grand, to help each other. So when you're in circles like this, under the umbrella of the highest good, you know that you can look around this room and some of those folks you're familiar with. Maybe don't know why, but it calls forth the soul group. So, and we're here to help each other fulfill our dreams, to get what we want out of life. And I remember when we first started these circles, we had the beginner's luck factor happening right off the bat too, and we'd been at it about, a couple of months, and we had a circle that it had grown really fast, and several people in the circle, and my friends Mark and Tina, whom I started the Intenders with, they had an old Toyota that they wanted to sell. So when it came Tina's time to put her intentions in the circle, she said, I intend that we have somebody that we sell this Toyota, we get the price we want for it, and everybody's happy in the transaction. It's a win-win for everybody. And there were two folks who walked into the circle late, two good friends, a lady who's what we call a teacher, a kapuna in Hawaii. Her name was Mahealani, and her husband Kamoy. And they were coming up the stairs as Tina was saying her intention about the Toyota, and just caught the tail end of her. And so as they walked in, we sort of said hi and said, "Did I hear somebody say that they had a Toyota for sale?" And Tina says, "Yeah." And they went right back downstairs where the Toyota was parked, and they bought it right then. So there was the beginning of trust starting to form in us, because in essence there is a progression of power. That's what we call it, a progression of power, and it's sort of a 5-step thing. It's first you just test it. That's the first step. You make an intention. Be open to receive. And you test it again, and you'll get a win, and you stay open to receive, and you get 2 or 3 wins that way, and you get to the second step in the progression of power. It's called trust. And you begin, after you've seen yourself get a few wins, to trust in the process. That leads to the third step that we call confidence. And you begin to get confident with it. You just know that when you make an intention, it's going to manifest for you. You start to get there. The fourth step is courage. Now you make these intentions, and you might be intending for something, and somebody else around you says, "Oh, I don't know, why are you doing that?" Sort of crazy. You don't care. You just make the intention courageously. The fifth step is called fortitude. You become like a rock, like the impenetrable castle atop of the mountain. Lord over all you survey, able to manifest at will. And every one of us in this circle is in one of those 5 steps, working their way to the top of the mountain. There's a seat right there.
See it right here.
Waiting
Right
for
on
you.
time.
Filled up the seats. That's good.
Here comes
Okay.
I had my mind here.
That was a good intent.
I'm working on it.
So, trust was the second step. And I think all of us are learning to trust at a much deeper level than we've ever had to trust before. And what is it that we're trusting in? We're trusting that the law of attraction really works. That our thoughts and our words do create our future. That we are always creating the world that we're going to enter with our thoughts and our words. And so, again, we were saying yesterday that it's really a good idea to hang out with other like-minded and lighthearted people who are also learning this and going through this, because I don't know about you, but I still fall asleep to it occasionally, and I'll be going, how can I get that? What's going to go on? No chance of that. And then, if I'm hanging out with Steve for any length of time, he's going to go, hey Tony. You know.
That Egypt trip we were talking about.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We intended that.
Yeah.
So, so it's really good to have friends and family members who are staying awake to this information. We keep each other awake to what it is we're creating with our everyday thoughts and words. So the second thing we trust in is that not just that our thoughts and words create, but that our intentions will manifest as we direct them. You make an intention, after you get a few of those wins, you'll see it just starts happening. And literally, we have in many ways abdicated our place upon the throne of our own power by buying into the conditioning and the ways of the world. But truly, inside of us, we are more powerful than we can ever imagine. And these are the days for us to step into that power. And this is just one of the simplest, easiest ways to do it. Get up in the morning and say your intentions, or your prayers, or your affirmations. They all work. The main thing is to do it. One of my main intentions is that I remember that I make my intentions. We forget. So, and the sooner in the day you do it, the better. And what we found, as we were talking yesterday, is that those who get up in the morning and set a course for their day by making their intentions or prayers or affirmations, that everything is easier for them. Things come easier. Their dreams come true. Life is much better for those folks, as opposed to people who just get up in the morning and just hit the ground running, cup of coffee and off and running, and what you get is what you get. Anything goes. But it is true that if we set a direction, set a course, set the stage for what's going to happen, then it happens. Maybe not the same day, but the wheels are in motion, maybe a day or two later. But it doesn't stop you from saying more intentions, and you can say as many intentions as you like. There's no rule on that. You can sit down in the morning and say, 20 intentions if you want. Make a list. In the beginning, a lot of folks do. And of course, those who've been in these circles before know that we also say our gratitudes. We start out with gratitudes and then intentions. When it comes time to put our intentions in the circle, I'll show you how it's done. Now, a few years back, I was walking on a place called Grover Beach on the Central California coast, and just realized I'm going to get a download. Stuff is starting to come, and I'm just walking the beach, and I was fortunate I had a pencil and a piece of paper in my pocket, and went over into a triangulation of dunes where nobody could see me, and sat on the sand there, and down comes this thing that eventually got to be called the code. And you see the poster on the table in there and some of the information on the code. And I'm not going to go through the code with you tonight, but I want to tell you that it is sort of our greatest hits in some ways. If you're not sure how to make an intention, get a copy of the code. It's a free download on the internet, on the intender sites. And but there's one aspect of the code. The code, by the way, is 10 intentions, and they all start with S: support life, seek truth, set your course, on and on. And you'll see it there. And it just makes it easier for you to start with the intentions, and it also sort of jumps you up a level because all of a sudden you're really phrasing things the way it works. So one of the things in the code, one of the intentions in the code is that I intend that I am open to receive from both expected and unexpected sources. That's a biggie. It's so common that we see folks who sort of shut the door. They think things have to come to them via predetermined channels. You know, I have to go out and get a job, and I have to go out and then take out loans, and I have to go do all these other things. And nothing wrong with any of that. There isn't. But truly, the hand of God can come out of the sky if you open yourself to receive from unexpected sources. Things can just come from anywhere. So part of the trick is to be more aware and really keep your eyes open for when the universe is bringing you your manifestations. Yeah. I'd like to ask, since we're in a more casual setting here tonight, are there any questions at this point? Yes.
This isn't a question, but I'm so excited that I wrote a critique, and I read your book a long time ago, and I just thought it was so awesome. I put it in my blog, this whole thing, and now I'm meeting you.
Oh my! Am I meeting you? We're going to be a while putting intentions in a circle tonight, so we'll limit it to just a couple of gratitudes each, a couple of intentions each, and then we'll also share a vision for our ideal world, because I don't know about you, but those of you who heard John's speech yesterday, when he finished it, you know, I just had what we call in Hawaii chicken skin, goosebumps. And because he was so adamant about creating peace on this earth. And so one of the ways we do that is to begin to envision it. And so after we see our gratitudes and our intentions, we'll each share a vision for our ideal world. And it goes like this: I see a world where we are all living in peace. And the more people who envision our ideal world with us, the quicker and easier it's going to happen. That's how it does happen. But we need to do that, you see, in order for it to happen. So we'll say gratitudes and intentions, and I see a world where, and we'll each we won't go on too long individually, because otherwise we'll be here till midnight. Not quite, I'm exaggerating there a little bit, but and we will help you when it comes your turn if you haven't done this before. We do not make newcomers go first. So, before we start, I'd like to tell you a story about a dream I've had that several times, actually. And the dream is on an island on a beautiful moonlit night. On a beautiful moonlit night, and we're on a meadow, and there's a group of about 200 of us in a circle. And it's a tropical island, and it was long ago. I'm not sure. Lemuria, could have been Lemuria. Could have been Atlantis. Could have been before all of that. But it was out in the ocean. And we're on a meadow, grassy meadow, and the palm trees, the fronds are rustling in the evening breeze, and the sun is set, and the moon is risen over the water. And there's an old crone who's talking to the group of 200. And you could see over her shoulder the moonbeam as it went across the ocean. And jumping in the moonbeam were dolphins. And her gray-white hair is wafting in the tropical breeze. And she's talking to the group, and she tells us that there will come a time when our beautiful, in my case it was Lemuria, because that's me. There will come a time when your beautiful homeland will be washed asunder the waves. There will be earth changes. And that you will be lost to each other for eons upon eons. And you will traverse worlds, realms. You will have different bodies. You will be in different dimensions. But there will come a time, far in the future, after this scattering, she called it a scattering, after this scattering, when you will come back together. And that you will know each other, because you will rally around spirit. You will rally around. There will be a rallying point. He said, for me it's the highest good. For some of you it will be God. And he said, you will come back together to bring spirit back into the forefront of the human experience. Now, I suggest to you that we are those people, that we have come back through lifetimes upon lifetimes and bodies upon bodies and experiences imaginable and unimaginable, to meet again. We made agreements and arrangements to come back in this time to bring peace, love, joy, mercy, and all things positive back to the forefront of human experience. And I honor you for showing up, for being here in this time to do this work. Now, let's put some intentions in this circle. Get some stuff manifesting and stirring. And I'll go first so you see how it's done. And we do not go clockwise or counterclockwise around the circle, because if I do that, then Dolly's going to be sitting here thinking about what she's going to say instead of listening to me make my intentions. And the idea is to align with everybody else's intentions. So we just tag somebody else in the circle. And again, the first few that we do this with will be people who've done this before. So that's my intention, at least. And there's a little protocol. First I'll say my gratitudes. Phones are off. Huh?
They're off.
Okay, thank you. Phones off again. Say my gratitudes. I'm grateful for such and such. Then I'll say my intentions. I intend that such and such. And then I'll say I see a world where such and such. And then I'll say are you with me? And presumably, everybody will say, yes. And then I'll say, so be it. And then everybody will chime in, and so it is. And then there's these things that started out in San Diego a few years back. And these are called angel wings. So, angel wings. So, and one of the keys to manifesting intentions is seeing it as a done deal. So, if Michael Joy had just finished her intentions, we would all point at her and we'd go, it is done, it is done, it is done. Now, and we're all doing that together in unison. And you will notice over the course of the time we spend here together that we are building oneness. Every time you can get a group of people to do any one thing at the same time, you're building oneness. And then when we're done, we'll stand, hold hands and tone like we did yesterday, and we walk away feeling like $1 million. So, I am extremely grateful to be here with you this night. I'm grateful for the Coptic Center. I'm grateful to be with people who are holding the light in this part of the world. And I intend, actually I'm grateful for everything in my life because it's clicking on all cylinders. Okay. And I intend that I am happy, that I am healthy, that I'm enjoying my life to the fullest. And I intend that I'm at peace. And by the way, since there's no rules here, you can intend for inner qualities as well as you can intend for material things, whatever you need. New relationships, jobs, money, or anything from, I'm more patient, more tolerant, more kind, and so forth. One more chair? Go ahead.
You have one more chair back there.
I don't know, should move on.
We'll squeeze you in.
Thank you.
You're just in time.
There's a spot right by the door,
Actually,
Oh, right.
how many of you were at the talk yesterday? Okay. So there's some. So one of the other things that the most important thing actually that I'm skipping is the highest good clause, and that's we always say that when I finish my intentions, I'll say that in order for my intentions to manifest, it must serve the highest and best good of the universe, myself, and everyone everywhere. You can just say for the highest good, or even if you forget to say it, it's understood that all of the intentions that go into these circles, in order for them to manifest, has to serve the highest good.
So be it.
So it is. So I made my gratitude. We've just started on the thing, on the circle itself, and said my gratitude, said my intentions, and thinking of a worldly intention. Well, I'm going from here down to Arkansas next and dig some crystals, and I intend I get a whole bunch of beautiful crystals digging. So that's a nice manifestation. And I see a world where every child born on this planet, from the minute they're born till the minute they leave, that they know that they are loved, honored, nurtured, cared for by every other being who lives on this planet. For the highest good, are you with me?
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done.
It is done. It is done.
Okay. Michael Joy, you have done this before.
I have.
You're next.
Okay.
I'm grateful for this evening. I'm so very grateful for Tony's presence among us and what he is bringing through for all of us.
Can't hear her.
They can't hear. A little louder, please.
Okay.
Loud.
And I'm just grateful for the energy and everything at the Coptic Center. So for myself, basically I intend that I'm always in tune with my divine guidance and that I know what to do and I do it. Very focused that I know. And for the world, I wrote these out a while ago. I intend that everyone on this earth in all dimensions experience peace, harmony, food, shelter, healing, health, meaningful, life-sustaining work, abundance, joy, and the awakening to their divinity and the oneness of all of life. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is.
It
It is done. It is done. It is done.
And you tag someone.
Oh, that's right. Let's see. Amy. I'm going to take Amy. Have you done this before?
No, I haven't, but I'm anxious to start.
Okay, great.
I am grateful for the friendship and fellowship and love within my life. And I set the intention to live a life with peace and joy, harmony, health, wealth, and abundance for myself and others that I come across in my business and my personal life. And what I see for the world and want for the world is an existence where there is peace and harmony and joy, doing things that we like to do, love to do, and want to do, and not because we feel we have to do. And
Are you with me?
are you with me?
Yes.
So be it. So be it.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
And I will pass it on to Laura Joy.
I'm just so grateful because I am among friends, family, souls who are conscious of the love and light. I'm grateful for a place to meet, a place to greet, and a place to share and celebrate. I'm grateful for my life, my space, my place, and the purpose that we're all involved with. My intention is, I see my book published for the appropriate people that are there to see it and read it, those munchkins. And my intention is to continue to receive as well as give the love and light and every single smile, because it's so important. Everybody that's here, we share that wonderful love and light together. My vision for the world is that every single life form here becomes more conscious of the place that they have on this planet between the divine and Gaia, that we're in the most perfect place to be for the work that we're here to do. So are you with me?
Yes!
And
So
be it.
So it is. It is done.
It is done. It is done.
John, Rodina. You're up.
I intend to have the RV currency reset manifested worldwide for the highest and greatest good, that humanitarian projects manifest around the world and take us all, through us all, to the fifth dimension. So be it.
You can put some gratitude, what I'm grateful for.
And I'm grateful for the fact that it's happening now.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that it's in the here and now. And I accept it now. Thank you. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Can I add something? It's kind of cute because I was looking at the word intend. I intend to put things on the mend, and so I send toward a good end.
So you tag somebody.
I tag Tommy Halifax.
Saw that coming, didn't you?
I'm grateful for my health. I intend and I see a world that has started, and we are the seeds to plant joy, harmony, peace, love. And we all let our light shine to the fullest degree. Are you with me?
Yes.
So it is.
So it is. It is done.
It is done. It is done.
I'd like to tag the master.
First of all, I'm grateful for this wonderful life. What a wonderful person. I'm grateful for this family that's gathered tonight. And one of my intentions is to project to other families throughout the world, become like us, to love each other, to share each other, and to be there this hour. And to attract wonderful men like this to inspire us to make the world a better place. My intention is for every country on earth, starting with this year, to have their greatest economy ever. Say it again. I ask and project the energy to every country on earth beginning this year to have the greatest economy ever. I also ask for the international leaders to have one goal in mind: peace among all nations. To visualize it and to create it and bring bond masterminds coming together to the power of mind, and also political decrees to their people and all people that peace on earth is a reality, and they will follow that to the law. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
No.
Buddy over there, Jim Reed.
Oh my goodness. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to know most all of you in some personal way, to be part of a group of people like we are here, that your intentions are all to make this a better planet, a better place to live. I'm so grateful to be part of that. I'm grateful to have a wife that supports me so beautifully. My intentions are to live a life of love, to live a life that is an example that it might even be hard for me to follow. The things that I do and the things that I say will be uplifting, healing, and informational to those who hear. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Evelina, you're up.
All right. I am very, very deeply grateful for my Catholic family. All of you here and all of you yesterday and supporting me and loving me yesterday is so important to me. I am grateful for this country, for the melting pot that accepted me and loved me. And for the melting pot that's leading a way of tolerance and love and acceptance. Next part is I intend for yourself, for myself. I intend that all of us, all of us on this planet, realize the power within, the power of awareness, of thought, of conscious thought. And so together we create heaven on earth. Are you with me?
Yes.
So it is.
So it is.
So it is.
It is done.
It is done. It is done.
Oh, Barb, you're up.
I am grateful, very grateful for the Coptic Center, and I'm very grateful for all the groups that come together that meditate and pray and answer whatever way they can that which is requested of us for the higher good. I'm grateful our planet is in the shape it's in and not worse. And I'm very grateful for all the good people that come forward and protect the good and exemplify harmlessness and mindfulness. And grateful for the reminders that we get for humanity, who we really are, and that we need to really take care of our planet. And I'm also grateful for the life and light and love that we get from the powers that be, the great source, to protect ourselves when we need to protect ourselves. And I'm just grateful for all the really good people that we have, and good life forms, good life itself. And I just want to, and my intent is to give this love to those that I meet, and hopefully they can be healed, and that we all think good thoughts, and that everyone who comes into any kind of, like, say, vibratory connection with any of these energies will pass them on to others. And I'm also I'm hoping I can do that with my everybody, family, friends, everyone, and remain in good health while I do it. And okay, what's the next piece say? So
I see a world where.
Pardon me?
I see a world where.
I see a world.
I see a world where.
Oh, okay. My memories.
That's so you're doing great.
I see a world with beauty and harmony and love, and a world that where everybody can function as who they are to the best of their ability, no matter what they are. That they have the freedom to choose the mindset that they want, and to be able to respond instead of react, and act as if. In other words, act as if you're this intelligent being and not anything less. And
Are you with me?
are you with me?
Yes! So be it.
And so
it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Okay. Dolly, since you're way over there.
Okay. My gratitude, is that the first one?
Mhm.
I'm grateful for the Coptic Center and for my church. I am grateful that there is so much information available today for us to realize what absolute wonders we as individuals really are. How awesome we really are. Each and every one here, each and every one out there. My intention is, I am a teacher now, thanks to this young man. And my desire is to teach the truth, to bring forth to those that don't know, that don't understand, that have never heard of spirit, or that you have the power to have what you want or to accomplish what you want here. To be you and proud of who you and what you are, because you're so awesome. My intent for the, did I already say that?
No, you're good.
My intent for the future is to keep learning, to keep studying, hopefully. Did I say hopefully?
You can leave it out.
Intending to be able to bring forth more information and in a way that people can understand and relate to, and they can grow. To me, there's no greater accomplishment for a teacher than to have the students excel. That's awesome. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
You text somebody.
I gotta tell somebody. Okay, Sherry.
I knew that was her intent.
That's my daughter.
Wow. First and foremost, I am grateful for my mother in this lifetime and in others. I am grateful for my soul family coming together at this time. And I'm even grateful for the school of hard knocks that I graduated from. The negativity that's coming into my life so that I can learn and grow better, to become stronger, and ascend and help each other ascend with me and learn with me and not have to go through the hard times or to make the hard times a little smoother. I'm grateful for my 3 sons and that I've been blessed with them. I am grateful for all the goodness in my life. And my intent is to share this goodness
with every person I come in contact with, and for that vibration to come in contact with the people that they come in contact with. So that, yes, Earth, as we know it, can be harmonized, and we can all live as one family in peace and harmony the way that Earth has been created for. And also my intent is to step out of, step into a new career with an abundance of clientele, income, so that I can use them and share more. Which will be for universal wellness. This is my intent. And so it is. Are you with me?
Yes.
All right.
So be it.
And so be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Now you tag somebody.
My brother Nate.
I was cheating and making notes, so.
Take those notes away.
They're long, aren't they? No. I'm grateful for genuinely desiring to serve the highest good for all it is. That's been something I'm very appreciative for. I'm thankful for the divine presence that's unfolding through me, as me. I'm thankful for going to hell and back, like my friend Sister Sherry, and for the resilience that created and the genuine sense of humor. I'm thankful for this life. I'm thankful for this amazing creation that we're all aspects of and participating in. I'm thankful for the Creator, for my soul, my superconscious self, and for my guide band that's traveling with me that helps me be more of who I am. My intention is that I am so happy and so healthy that I embody and demonstrate immortality in this lifetime. And that I experience ascension. And that I experience interdimensional reality to such a degree that I can dematerialize this physical flesh and go wherever I choose to go by exercising my will. And I'm thankful for this knowledge. And I see a world where zero-point energy is commonplace and it's free. And where our place in the intergalactic community is well understood and experienced by all who choose to do so. I see a world where our global mythos has shifted completely from martyrdom through death and resurrection and fully into ascension. Where all beings are respected and where we thrive without an economy.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yes.
All the way.
So be it.
And
So it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Is this it? Okay, there we go. All right. How about some of you? Who are you, my friend?
I'm Ben.
Ben. You bet.
So I'm grateful for being a part of the planet this time. I'm thankful for everyone that's in my life. Thankful for all creation God has given me throughout my life. I intend first to have a nice home transaction where I sell my home and buy a new home. It's right for everyone to be part of it. I intend to fulfill my divine purpose as a teacher for mankind. I intend to let go of my egoic self to allow my higher self to use this vessel to teacher and guide for all mankind. I see a world where all mankind achieves their full and greatest potential for divine protection. Are you with me?
Yes.
And so it be.
And
so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
All right, Steve.
All right. I am grateful for all of my family and friends, including my Coptic family. I'm grateful that everyone is here. I'm grateful that I had the wonderful opportunity to work with an outstanding team to put that conference together yesterday. Thank you to everyone who was at that. I love it. And my intent for myself is to have health, happiness, and prosperity in my life, and to be able to help others to grow on their journey. And intent is that the Coptic Center grows and flourishes, and that we all realize Christ consciousness. And my intent is for the world that we grow, and through example, we help the world to grow into a beautiful state of Christ consciousness. Are you with me?
Yes.
Oh, and so it is.
And so it is. So it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Nancy.
Stevie. I am grateful for all the good things in my life. I'm so grateful for the wonderful man that I have. Now this, I'm a crybaby, so when I get touched right here, I cry, so bear with me. My feelings just come pouring out. So I am so grateful for, I don't know if I said this before, my family, who I've learned a lot of lessons from, for a wonderful son that has taught me a lot. So, and I'm grateful for all of my spiritual family, and I thank you for your love and support. Now, what's the second part?
Your intention.
My intention is to be more of who I am, to be the best person I can be, to lift you up, to support you on your way. And my intent is just to realize more fully happiness, happiness not only for myself, but for the world around me, everybody. I see suffering, and I don't want that. I would like to see harmony and peace. So if I can give that, that's my intent. All right, let's see. I see a world where there is peace and harmony. I see a world where there's nothing but kindness. Just plain old simple kindness, which is going to start with me. You know, it has to start with me. It has to, whatever my wants and desires are, they have to start with me. So if we lived in a kinder, gentler world, I think that would be utopia. And let's all try to strive for that. I love the Coptic Center. I think we exemplify the highest of what we all feel and want. So we have the blessing, we have the benefit, we have the joy of making our little world and everybody that branches out from here. That's our world. So let's start here. Let's make a better world for ourselves. And then let's watch it spread. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
All right. How about Mike?
Me.
Mikey.
Oh. I'm grateful for a decade of my life to have the experiences here at the Coptic Center and be part of the inception of this place. And see people that have walked through these doors that have inspired me, have taught me lessons, have taught me to grow, taught me to have, let's call it out-of-body experiences, to know there is the other side of the veil that is right before you, to be grounded, to spread my wings, to dream of a little place on the earth as a place of peace, to make a difference. And I'm grateful for family. I'm grateful for my wife Susan, who teaches me spiritual lessons more than I realize that doesn't have to be at the Coptic Center. Yet they are here too. That they can't have been with her and are here with you, if that makes any sense. To be humbled by a chance to be at a podium to facilitate wonderful events. I'm grateful for parents that have showed me the path of metaphysics and spirituality. The chance to dream, to grow. Grateful to get things right in this life at this time. To be at this time and to look towards ascension and allow that to flow through us. I'm very grateful for that opportunity. My intent.
A little louder, Mike.
My intent is to manifest the quickening process within me and for others of this ascension process, to let the spirit that is within us flow through us without any egos, without any inhibitions, without any shortcomings, but to do it humbly with light and with love. The intention for myself is to manifest a career that will allow people to grow as I grow, and to do that with humility, love, and service. Jan shared that with us. My intent is to help others grow and follow their own spiritual paths, whatever they may be, here at this special place at the center or outside. My intention for the world is the quickening process of this ascension process does take place, but the barriers between world religions are dissolved. That there is a understanding of the differences, but there is peace amongst them. The divide of the religions is dissolved. That there is that barrier can be dissolved so that there is a unity of the oneness of the Creator, of God, whatever you would like to call it. Yet there is no separation of that, is my intent for the world. And that we find the blessings of the peace within us. As Nancy did share just a moment ago, it begins within us individually, so it can be a collective unit of peace, of light, and of love. That the wars on the planet are dissolved, that there is no war, that there is no power, that the power of the people is used wisely
not of being in front of others, but of walking hand in hand with them. Spirit, I know there's more, but may that be so. Are you all with me?
Yes.
And so be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Let me give that a nanu.
That's never happened, but I know it in a tender circle before. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me share that.
Now you tag somebody.
Wow. Claudia.
I am so very grateful for everything, all the divine guidance that's carried me to right where I am right now. I am grateful for the opportunity to be on this amazing planet right now. My intent is to serve people the best I can and to keep this vision I have. And that vision is in a prayer where I say, I'm scooping the stars from the universe and giving one to each being on the planet. And in that star is the essence of self-love and awakening and detachment from everything that we don't need in our lives. And then I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you with me?
Yes.
And so be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Linda.
My owl friend. Forgot.
Grateful for?
I am grateful for my husband and my family, most of all. I am grateful for all the amazing collective wisdom in this room that I have learned so much from all of you to help me develop my own spiritual awareness and awakening. I am grateful for your love and support. I am grateful for all of the crazy hard knocks I've been through because they have taught me how to grow and be strong and to be a better person. I am also grateful for my connection to Divine Spirit and all of everything that I feel I'm guided by day, which still amazes me. I intend to receive fully all the financial possible abundance I could get so that I no longer have to do jobs that don't serve my soul. I could write music and offer my music freely without needing to worry about paying bills, and that I could be free to serve and help people and actually have the time to do it and enjoy the wonderful classes that I don't have time to go to, and I could take more dance lessons. I see a world where everybody is treated fairly. Everybody is tolerated no matter which way they think or believe or whatever their life orientation is. That everybody is accepted equally and that everybody has their needs met and that their life is rich and full and that they are able to enjoy their world while they are on this planet. And I'm
same plane with Mike on the idea that I would like to see more unity between all religious points of view and less diversion and derision between them. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Rose.
I am grateful for all the people that are waking up, and they're not in their boxes anymore. They're looking and saying, there's something here that I know is true. And I think many of you are here. And my intent is to make sure that all of my words that I say and my intentions and are to help people to grow. That I'm always aware of other people's feelings and other people just kind of brighten their day. And I also intend to, I guess, do Act 3 in my life. I'm waiting to see what Act 3 is. And my intention is to have it happy and healthy. I believe I see a world where religion is second, maybe religions won't stop, but that we can all look at one another and know that we are God, each and every one of us. Are you with me?
Yes.
And so it is.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm very grateful to be here.
A little louder, please,
I'm
Kat.
grateful to be here, sharing this unity experience with all of you. Thank you. And I'm so grateful for Mother Earth and all she provides for us, and the great sun, and together they give us all we need. Everything is here. My intention is to know myself fully and to walk by truth. And I see a world where we live by one rule: do no harm. And that everyone knows unconditional love and shares it. Are you with me?
Yes.
Then so be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Okay. Are you ready?
Never ready for me.
Okay.
It happens and you get it done.
Right. In other words, you're always ready, right?
Right. Oh. Now I'm supposed to start with being grateful. I'm just tickled to death to have all of you as friends and have all of you telling me exactly the kind of things that I would love to have been able to have said, and you've already said it, so I don't have to now. The only one thing that I really feel so fortunate, I have a husband that is so special, and he's let me have a farm and have all kinds of animals and been able to enjoy other things than just people and money. I can have all the enjoyment of showing love to an animal that shows me more than love than I could ever gain from even any people. So I just feel very blessed that way and things as well, and I'd like to continue to be able to do that and take care of this guy as well as I can for as long as I can. And what else do I want to say now? you know, I've depended on him for everything for so many years, it just doesn't make sense for me to think about anything.
So I see a world where...
I see a world.
Pardon?
No. I see a world.
Oh, I see a world that will be tender and kind and not like what they're doing with animals of today, that'll actually show animals love, because they'll gain so much more from it than they could possibly ever expect. And we have the most beautiful birds and insects and animals that need love and attention, and we could have so much fun giving it to them. So I'd like to see everybody find that experience, because it means so much. It really does.
Are you with me?
I see the world as.
She just did that. Are you with me?
Are you with me? Are you with me?
Yes. So be it.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Let me see. How about Diana?
I'm sitting here hoping nobody would ever remember to call. I am thankful and grateful for technology, for this new infrastructure we have of communicating our ideas and our intentions all over the whole earth to each other. And I intend that my idea for a TV series called General Duties, about a family that becomes a healing community and takes people in, gets produced by a major network for the highest and best good for people, because I see a world where it is full of healing communities that take people in and restore them to their true, full expression of their destiny. Are you with me?
Yes. So be it.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
How about my friend Autumn back there?
I was hoping I could hide out till the
Well, first off, I'm thankful for my mentor, Diane, over there. She got me here tonight and is sponsoring me through the WSO.
Oh, excellent.
I'm thankful for the friend that took me in. I'd be in a whole different place right now if she hadn't. But I intend to transform my life, to stop being a wallflower. To develop the clarity of thought, to convey the message I have inside. And a big part of that is going back to college and taking classes here and through Unity in Muskegon. I envision a world where everyone and everything is recognized for the piece of the divine that it is. So
Are you with me?
Are you with me?
Yes. So be it.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Thank you for coming.
Now you tag somebody, Claudia.
Jim Casperson.
Jim. Oh, you got
Me?
Yep.
I am grateful for my existence. That existence comes from God. We are expressions of His life, and I'm grateful for knowing this and the freedom that it brings. My intention would be to have good health, better health than this, and for the people who have become terribly misguided and distorted with this huge heroin epidemic, that they be brought back to the path to enlightenment, which I think all of them are here for. I see the world in harmony and peace as it was intended to be, and that the nations of the earth love and respect each other, regardless of what their personal approaches to life are.
Are you with me?
Are you with me?
Yes.
And so be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
No,
You pick someone.
Oh, gee, anybody volunteer? Mark? This gentleman here next to me?
Okay. Oh, where do I start? I'm grateful for bugs. Yeah.
Bugs do a lot of work.
You just brought that to mind. You said the beauty of the insects. I'm grateful for that. I like to fly fish. And I remember standing in the middle of the Road River at 1 o'clock in the morning, and about 100 yards in front of me was a canopy of trees, about 100 yards long, like that. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, it was dark, and all you can see is the little white splash of water, but you can feel the current up around your hips, and it's just pushing you a little bit. You're just standing there, and it's real quiet. And all of a sudden, that whole 100 yards, that canopy of trees lit up. It was gold. It was like several billion light bugs. Okay, and the whole thing just lit up for 100 yards, and the whole river was gold, all the way down. And I stood there absolutely stunned. Okay, and that lasted or being stunned lasted for about 5 minutes, and then. It struck me, they didn't do this for me. This isn't something special that's going on or anything. This is just the way it is. And I'm part of it. I'm not something special that wandered in to be a spectator or a tourist. I'm part of it. This is me. So I'm grateful for bugs, because I completely forgotten that I'm part of it. Okay? I'm not a tourist. I'm not a spectator. So that's what I'm grateful for. My intention is to realize my capabilities. My view of the world is billions of bugs.
No mosquitoes.
The world is fine. Okay, it'll fix itself. It can. That's what it does. What's next?
Are you with me?
Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And
so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Okay. You're up.
Yeah. I just want to say that I came to this Coptic Center and I have always felt welcomed here. And immediately I felt like I had friends. And it's a wonderful sense of belonging. So I'm very grateful for the people that I've met, all of you here. And I'm grateful for I'm grateful that I'm here at this time and that I listened to my inner guidance and ended up here, which is really shocking to me because I was in Florida enjoying the weather. So that's what I'm grateful for. My intention is to continue and to be inspiration in action and to inspire others, to be a catalyst for other people to have the lives that to be more than they know themselves to be, and to be in action, and to have incredible harmony and prosperity around me and
around, and it just keeps going out and out and out into the world so that everybody on the planet experiences harmony and prosperity and love. I see a world where, my intention for the world is that people are all doing that. They're all inspiring others to be more than they know themselves to be. And that it's like throwing a pebble out. It's not just what I do, it's a ripple effect. And so it is. What?
Are you with me?
Are you with me?
Yes! So be it.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Thank you. Wow. Karen.
I am grateful for life, family, and our beautiful universe. And my intent, I am selling a trailer that everything goes very smoothly. I am also in the process of doing a children's book, and I am meeting an illustrator. And I see harmony working with this individual and bringing this to the publisher. For the world, I want us all to see we are one and respect one another. Are you with me?
Yes!
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
The gal next to John.
Okay.
Karina?
I'm grateful for it.
Well, I'm grateful for all the beautiful people that came into my life the last few months, all the friends and beautiful souls that I was able to meet, and grateful that I got the courage to take a step forward and meet all these beautiful people. And my intention is that that the people I meet will also guide me to my highest growth, and that I will also guide them to their highest growth, and that we see each other as, you said, as a soul family, and that it is important for me to, my intention is that we are recognizing each other and to help each other for the highest good. And my vision for the world is, or my intention, is that all basic needs are met in this world, that everybody has shelter, food, and most support, love, and care, and that people take the right steps forward for this world to make this a community, a world community. And, are you with me?
Yes!
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
I'm sorry I was not able to come earlier, but I'm glad I can be here now. Thank you, Tony. I am so thankful for the many blessings that I've been given throughout my life. I am thankful for the many lessons that I've learned all along through the years. And I'm thankful for family and friends, and especially the friends that I've made at the Coptic. They are very special people. This is a special place. And what I want is harmony and balance in the world. And I also would, I wish for that every single soul in this world can be touched by the divine love.
Are you with me?
Are you with me?
Yes!
And so be it.
And so
it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
I don't know, has everybody talked already?
No.
Alan.
Jones.
You're up.
I am extremely grateful for so many things, but right now I'm probably most grateful that I don't have to come up with new things to be grateful for because everyone's already said everything. I'm grateful for my wonderful wife. I'm grateful that I'm living in the time that I'm living in now where these ideas are becoming much more well known. I am grateful that I can find the divine within myself. And I have had so many wonderful experiences that show me the power of manifestation. And I intend, over the next 12 months, to multiply my effectiveness tenfold at helping other people find their own power and to be able to manifest the things they want into their lives. And through this process, to also multiply our financial abundance in a way that is for the best and highest good of all. I see a world where every individual recognizes their own divine essence and lives from that standpoint, understanding that they need not take anything away from any other person to have everything that they want in their own lives. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
We'll go to Joe.
Oh, thank you. I'm thankful for this place too, same list, because otherwise I wouldn't have learned all that I've learned the last 10 years. And I'm very thankful for the joy of God in nature. For me, nature is extremely important. God and me connect in nature. And I intend good health for myself and others. Should be free to everyone and available in the world. And I am intending a place to live that is best for me, whether it's where I am or someplace else, but what is best for me. And my wish for the world is Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World, where everyone shares, has no needs, everyone's high is good, all a wonderful world. Thank you. And
Are you with me?
are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Great place to sit.
Pink shirt lady.
Teresa. I am grateful for family and friends, and I'm very grateful for the Coptic Center and all the people I've met through here. I've been around for about 10 years and have been allowed to gently awaken at my own pace here. No pushing, no shoving, just loving. And I do so appreciate that. I intend to continue to work on my health and to successfully continue to improve my health. I also brought an intention for my friend Allison, who couldn't be here tonight. And she would like to set the intention that she and her husband are able to have a baby in the next year. I see a world where all nations work together as one, not as who's the strongest, who's got the most money, share their resources. John's prayer is very inspiring. And that everybody in the world feels that love, but is also cared for, that they're not thirsty and they're not hungry and they have clothes. And so that's the world I would really like to see. And then I cheated and wrote down, are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Carrie?
I am grateful for all the blessings that Source has given me and will continue to give me. I am grateful for the opportunity to work with students, a younger generation, and see the promise of tomorrow in their faces. My intention is to better myself in every way and to have my lavender farm become a sanctuary for people who just want to seek peace. And I see the world for the world, I would like to see that everyone can recognize that in the soil, the leaves, the animals, and all human beings, we're all one, the same energy, and we need to respect each other. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Spencer.
I am grateful for everyone who's come into my life and touched me in a particular way. People who have come into my life to give me wisdom, to cry with me, to shoulder a burden. Each of those people have created for me wisdom and experiences that I would never have experienced before without them. For that I'm very grateful. My intention is I have a message and I would like to be able to get that message out clearly and with boldness and I would like to be able to, yes, and
We can't hear you back here.
Okay. I would like to be able to get that my message out with clarity, boldness, and yes, with increased voice. and just to be able to get it out there without any static in my voice or be able to send it out clearly. I see a world where, just as in heaven, there is no cancer, there is no cancer here on earth. Because as it is on earth, as it is on heaven, let it be on earth. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
I am grateful for being healthy as I am in order to help other people in need. And my intention is to have all the hurricanes dissipate and just go away and not come back. Just go away. We do not need them. We don't need their devastation. And I see for the countries, for the world, I see for the world that all the countries are going to come together and help these people build their lives back to what they had before, without any fighting, arguing, selfishness, anything, no bickering. The whole world come together and help these people out, because it wasn't their fault that these stupid hurricanes came and took everything away. We come together and we help each other out. That's what we're supposed to do. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Oh gosh, I'm so grateful for so many things. I'm grateful that I was able to find my way here. And I'm grateful that my van stuck it out and is still running. And I'm very grateful that I was able to get the surgery on my neck that got rid of most of my pain so I can think straight again, and that I had such a wonderful medical team, and my doctors are really, really good, and I feel really blessed and lucky for that. My intention in the world, now that I've got my brain back together a little bit, is to continue my education here, and also I'm going back to college in January, and I'm trusting that the means to do that will manifest itself for me, and that I will be able to become credentialed so that I can get into, get my degree in
be on the path far enough along to my bachelor's by before the elections next time that I will be able to get a job helping to make sure that what happened in these last elections never happens again, that we get good people running our government. And I want to be a part of that. And as far as the world, I pray and I put out there that I intend to help make the people running this world get rid of the insanity of consumption that they are all pursuing with such disregard for the spirit of the earth, and that they'll be replaced by people who have the best and the highest good in their intentions, so that the world will go in the right direction as is meant, and for goodness sake. And I hope that the badness that's out there now will trigger enough people to get involved and to help us. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Okay, who didn't go? You didn't go? Your turn.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm grateful that I have such abundance that I can give it away. My intention is that aside from difficult people and situations that I face, that I'll know the right and perfect way to handle those this week, and after that, going forward. And I see a world where everyone's intention is manifest, then we want peace. Are you with me?
Yes.
So be it.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Oh, I'm sorry. The lady in the blue.
Best for last.
With the red hair.
I gotta say, I'm a really goofy person.
Join the club.
I'm so grateful every single morning that I'm awake. God takes me through the night. He blesses me every morning. I'm faced with people sometimes I haven't heard from in years, and they blessed me back. Of course, my family and my family and my family now. For you that don't know, my daughter and her son, his son, were married yesterday. And didn't take me long to figure out that I liked their son. Meeting them, they're the salt of the earth.
They picked out the most beautiful little daughter.
And so I would like to continue my life, no matter who I meet, to bless them with a smile and a compliment. I'd like to share laughter. I would like it if everybody in the world was back in their childhood and they're as happy as getting a jelly bean. I'm not going to be negative. I just want everybody to get along and realize this is heaven on earth, and you can make it your life heaven for yourself and for others around you. I want everybody to have a smile, to have thankfulness in their hearts, to look around, especially like if you're going to, before going to bed, people say, oh, you ought to meditate. Fine, go ahead, meditate. But if you lay down and you think, I'm thankful for my pillow, my bed, my covers, my end tables, my lamps, my dressers, what's in my dressers. By the time you stop saying I'm thankful for everything in your home and what surrounds your life. You have got to be asleep. Or you have a heck of a lot more than I do, and you're staying up all night. So that's what I wish for the world. Love, happiness, smiles, peace, joy, whatever Jesus came to teach us, and all the other teachers. They were sent here to teach us something. I always say, God first talked to people on earth. Talked to Moses, maybe. Talked to whoever. And then he wrote it down on some tablets. And then he had people that were educated to read those tablets, those rules that he wanted the people he created to live by. And they still acted stupid. And he said, I should have stopped at elephants. Now, I've got to go back first before I continue. When I wanted my son to clean his room, I just didn't say, go clean your room. What does that mean to you or you or you? It means something different to everybody. So I showed my son how I wanted his room to be clean. And he was a little fella. I had to show him how to make the bed, how to pick the toys up, where to put the toys, where to put the dirty clothes, where to put the clean clothes. I had to show him what I was trying to teach him. So God sent Jesus down to earth, and he said, now go show these people what I'm trying to tell them. Live the way I want you to teach people to live. And so he came down here, and he was teaching and teaching and teaching. And some people still didn't listen. They thought, oh, well, he was teaching me so far. Oh, well, if you were so smart, why didn't God put you in that place? But he didn't. But Jesus in that place, and what did they do for him? They killed him. And it's happened to other teachers through eons. All right, now, everybody has a different opinion about all these different teachers. But when you look back at every single thing that Jesus said, he was telling us, this is the way you make heaven or hell in your own life. I'm going to stand up for drugs. I'm going to stand up for shooting people. I'm going to stand up for criticizing everybody.
I'm going to interrupt you just for a second.
No.
Okay. Okay.
I'm at the end.
So
So
just-
now,
Go ahead.
after Jesus taught us all, there's still people that are not listening. My wish for the world is, please listen. Be peaceful in your heart. Be peaceful to other people. And share the love that God Almighty has shared for us.
Are you with me?
Are you with me?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.
We made it.
Why did you want me to be interrupted?
Oh, I just wanted to get you back to I see a world where.
Well, no, that's what I said. I
Okay.
want to see a world where everybody's so happy. Just get a jelly bean.
Yeah.
I don't
We always save the best for last.
Right.
Okay, so before we tone, a few words about a couple different things. One of my favorite intentions, that if any of you want to piggyback on it, you can, is that I intend that I am clearly shown my next step in life. That one has gotten me out of more jams and given me more direction. So if you want to write that one down, if you want to take that one with you, it's yours. And if you're driving home tonight, in a little while after we nibble some more and stuff, and you think, oh gosh, I forgot that intention, that one I wanted to put in the circle. It's here. Okay? Full expression.
Yay!
It's here.
I always forget something.
And one other thing I just wanted to share with you, that there's a little shift in gears but before we tone, but it's so relevant in our world today. And oftentimes we find ourselves in judgments of our fellow travelers, and we want to help them, and we also want to work on our own judgments and so forth. And I know that so many of you talked about ascension, and there's my book in there, and there's a lot more, thank God, more coming out on ascension nowadays. And Nathan mentioned it, and several did. And one of the people that I work with, his name is Gary Renard. And Gary is a Course in Miracles person. And he has a system that's probably the simplest system for bringing about ascension and getting rid of the judgments and the guilt that's holding us back. And it's 3 little lines, and I want to share these 3 little lines with you because it's the straight track to letting go. Because letting go is the last step in the intention process, and it's the last stop in the ascension process. You've got to let go before you can lift off. So these 3 little lines are extremely helpful to me, and I just want to share them with you. And so when you run into somebody who you are having challenges with and you don't know how to say something you want to say to them, you say something to them silently. And they don't even have to be there, but these words will clear the air for them. And you can do this for yourself, for your own growth. You can say, I am, or you can say you are. But in the case of somebody else, where you've got some charge, or or they've got some, you just want to help them and you don't know how, but you got to do it from a distance or telepathically. The first line is, you are spirit. Second line, whole and innocent. Third line, all is forgiven and released. And you can say it about yourself. I am spirit, whole and innocent. All is forgiven and released. That's the fast track.
Who was that by again?
Gary Renard.
Thank you.
And so we're going to tone here in just a minute. We're going to stand and hold hands and tone. And touching is part of creating oneness. In other words, it's just like we were saying, plug it in a toaster. It doesn't work if you don't plug it in. So we hold hands, and that plugs us into each other. That helps create the oneness. And when we tone, we'll just tone, ah. I'll start it out, and and the trick is to blend our voices, like a choir does. And I was telling the folks in the circle in the talk at the conference yesterday that there was a fellow in our circle in Pagosa Springs, where I'm from in Colorado, who's an opera singer named Joseph. Love him. And so we were all getting ready to tone. We're going, ah. Joseph is going, ah. You can't get to oneness that way. If one person's ego is just wanting to, it's a question of, just blending with everybody else. That's how we get to oneness. Blending, like a choir does. And some of you, I know, have beautiful voices. And yesterday's toning in the conference was just fabulous. So I'll get to do it again with you tonight. And then another thing is that the last thing to create the oneness, create the unity, Because most churches do not set the stage for unity to occur. I know I've gone to so many churches across this country, and they really just don't set the stage for unity to occur. So we're going to do that here tonight. And one of the keys to doing that is to hold the silence following the toning. Because it's in the silence following the toning that the angels work their magic, that the oneness occurs. So, had one lady in Houston one time, I was telling this yesterday, who, when we finished the toning, and we were just right there in the pocket, right in the zone. Everybody was, eyes closed, eyes rolled back in the head, and everything else is gone. Except your love. And this lady dropped her hands and went, "Wow, that feels good." So if you get a notion to do that, please don't. We'll tone for just 2 or 3 minutes, not just 1 minute, but 2 or 3. And because that's what it works best if we do that. And then we'll hold the silence for an equal length of time. We'll tone for 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll be silent for 2 or 3, 4 minutes, however you like, after that. Because it's in that silence that the oneness occurs. Okay?
Okay. Yes. Are you with me?
Nanu, nanu. We do.
No. Sure.
Okay. So we take all these wonderful gratitudes and intentions and visions that we've shared this night in this circle, and we send them out to the far corners of the universe on a pillar of golden white light that we create right now in this place, in this time. And we ask that we see that this beacon of light, this pillar of light that we create, that it expands from this circle and goes all across this land. And that this pillar of light, bringing peace and joy and love and harmony into all the corners of the world, 4 corners of the world, that it's blessed by all of our guides and angels and helpers. And indeed, we call our guides and angels, our personal guides and angels and helpers together to join us in this circle. We call forth all of the White Brotherhood, all those in all worlds and all realms who stand tall for the highest good. We call you forth this night unto this circle, and we give great thanks that you join us. deep breath and let it out with an ah. Once more. Once more, coming back to the room. And one final word. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.